no me lleves, no. No, deja, no me lleves a la cama. No me mates.
So you see, I got back home after all. Oh, yes. They put me in the death house. I was too smart to die. Well, you got 17. You got 20. You're bluffing.
Take him to the morgue.
21. Blackjack.
That bird makes the ninth today.
That's right.
Who bet on 9?
I did. Pay me.
Don't be so hasty, laddie. The sunset gun hasn't sounded yet. Oh, well. Better luck next time. I'll bet $1 there's 10 more dead by this time tomorrow night.
I'll still bet on 8.
And me for good old number 7. Boy, won't it be a lucky day whenever they do whittle that death list down to only 7.
Read it back to me.
Canal Zone Base Hospital, dated June 7, 1905.
Never mind that. What comes after martial law imperative?
It is folly to attempt any further construction work on the canal until the yellow fever has been licked. The experience of the French should offer conclusive proof. They spent $260 million and lost 25,000 lives.
Yeah. Present epidemic is being fought along the lines proved by Dr. Reed in Havana. But unfortunately, the men believe we're trying to wipe out the disease by killing every one that has it.
They can't fool me. I saw them shoot down whole herds of cattle to get rid of the hoof and mouth disease.
That's what they're gonna do to us. We're nothing but cattle.
We gotta get out of here. We must get out of here. We gotta get out of here.
It's absolutely imperative that we prevent the escape of any carrier of the disease from this quarantine area.
Are you going to stay and be murdered? Or are you going to follow me and make a bust for freedom? What's to stop us busting through them screens? Sure, they got soldiers outside. Sure, they'll shoot some of us. But they won't shoot all of us. All of us will live to get back home. Home. Back home. Come on. Come on. Come. Come on. Quiet down. Back to your beds, everybody. Quiet down. Back to your beds. We gotta get that gun. What's going on here? One move from you and you're dead, you dirty butcher. Corporal of the guard! Out of the windows, quick. All of you. Oh, get out! Get out. Come on, hurry up, boys. Get those men. Use your hands. Remember, that's it. Out to the field. That's it. That's it. Under control. That's it.
Let that man up. Yes. Please take these guns.
That the man who shot you? Yes. Kramer. Not responsible, though. Fever. Driving them crazy.
Put that man under restraint.
These 4 men disarmed him, sir. Preventing possible loss of life. Suggest suitable recognition.
Don't worry about that. You get to the surgery. I'll pull that slug myself.
Yes, sir.
Any of you men been non-commissioned officers?
I was a corporal once, sir, but I got busted. Couldn't stand the prosperity.
Give them anything they want. When they're out, have them report to me personally.
Yes, sir.
There it is, nasty little 38.
Looked like a horse and wagon coming out.
Where is that infernal rat? What's the meaning of this?
It was your own word that we should have what we wanted, and this is it. Military obedience, says I.
Yes, and I have a complaint, sir. Them dames refuses to take orders.
What am I going to do with men like you?
Don't change anything, sir. This is perfect.
Get out of here. Don't you know you're liable to kill yourself with that stuff in your condition?
Kill me with whiskey? What talk have you?
A boy keeps a doctor away.
He's a good guy. Let's give him a drink.
Why not? We ain't paying for it.
Will you have a wee drink?
No, thanks.
permitted. These men have no right to do such a thing.
Oh, keep your sight on guard. Just save it for the colonel. Got to come out that door to get to his office.
I am a peaceful man, but when you break into my house, drive out my family, put my wife and daughter into the death house.
I know.
Here he comes, boss. Just a minute.
We've had just about enough. We came here to dig a canal, not to get experimented on.
Your men have invaded my house. They have...
Quiet. Your people are in the hospital for their own good. They've got yellow fever.
I demand the release of my family.
I ain't demanding. I'm taking my boys out of this pest hole in the next boat. And if you want fun, just try and stop us.
Not one single human being will leave this zone until the danger of spreading the fever is over.
Oh, so you think so, do you?
I know so.
Send for the colonel at once.
Sorry, sir, not permitted to take orders from a civilian.
I, a civilian? I'm a United States Senator, sir.
Senate is not yet a branch of the military service.
It's about time you were here. Where have you been? Didn't you get my note?
And you?
Death list, new cases.
25 dead. 80 new cases. What's this? Dr. Harper dead?
Last night, sir.
Yesterday, Lewis. Now Harper.
I'm addressing you, sir.
Yes, of course. I'll be through with these papers in a minute.
You pay attention to me first. There's a steamer, arrived last night, sailing this morning.
Yes, I know.
I was all packed, ready at the gate, when your men refused to let me pass. Refused me.
Naturally.
Don't stop fooling with those papers and pay attention.
Why? You want to leave? I won't let you. Nothing to discuss. Here are the reports for Washington. Let the steamer clear.
I want to send a message on that steamer to the president.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Captain. There's enough hysteria in Washington about this yellow fever panic without adding your fleet.
That settles it. I stand on my senatorial rights. I'm going to Washington on that boat, and you can't stop me.
Go ahead. Only I warn you that the sentries at the gate will call halt 3 times and then shoot.
Listen, Colonel, be human, can't you? I've simply got to get out of here. It isn't only for my sake. It's for Gloria's. She's to be married this season, and, well, everything depends on our getting out of here.
Oh, Paul, for heaven's sake, let him have his way. We haven't descended to begging yet.
We can't possibly be carrying any infection. We've both got clean bills of health. We've both been vaccinated.
There is as yet no antitoxin for yellow fever. The doctor who gave you your clean bills of health died last night of yellow jack.
Colonel, I'll give you anything you ask. If you just let us out of this death trap.
No.
But you're condemning us to death.
Possibly.
It's murder.
It's a few human lives against hundreds of thousands. Isn't it better that a few of us should die rather than start another worldwide epidemic?
It's terrible.
So terrible that I'll see every one of us dead before I let the scourge out upon the world.
But when the doctors themselves die of the disease, what hope is there for us?
Only to burn itself out upon us and die for lack of fresh fuel.
You can't make human flesh and blood submit to so ghastly a program.
We once had a fort off this coast. Yellowjack struck. All communications cut off. Nobody was allowed near, except one boatload of doctors. When we went back a month later, but the flag was still flying.
Forward! Ho!
It has been done before, Senator. We may have to do it again.
There it goes.
The last boat. There'll be no more in or out until this thing is lit. Or else...
Locked in. Left to die. I wouldn't wish a fate like this on my worst enemy.
In this fort you spoke of, did the doctors die too?
Everyone. They expected to.
Do you mean the doctors will even come here to be locked in this death zone? To die with us? In the slender hope that they may stumble on the 1,000,000 to 1 chance of discovering a cure?
There's your answer.
Professor.
Oh, thank you.
Who was that? He seems to know you.
Oh, Dr. Murray, medical research man.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am deeply grateful for the promptness and courage with which you have answered the call.
I say, Colonel, stop that, can't you?
Thanks, Travis. Speech-making is not in my line anyway. Now, naturally, you all know that we have a pretty sick job. How many of you are immune to yellow fever? Speak up. Oh, come now. Professor Fontaine, I know you've had it.
When I was here with the Lesseps, we all had it. But whether one attack confers perpetual immunity is yet to be proved.
But, my dear Professor, In your book on tropical diseases, you certainly proved beyond question that a person cannot have yellow fever twice.
That book was written when I was young and could prove anything. Dr. Stern's experience in Africa illustrates my conviction precisely.
When I was with the Belgian Commission in the Congo, I fought what I thought was anemia for 3 years before I found out that the trouble was really hookworm.
We know only too well what we have here. Yellowjack.
Precisely. But who knows what yellowjack is? I've studied tropical medicine for 30 years, and I haven't the foggiest idea of what causes the disease.
Nor have we. All we know is that one certain mosquito... From there on, we have to feel our way.
Excuse, please.
What is it, Dr. Nuggy?
I think most wise. Sometimes blind man feels more truth with hands than wise man sees with eyes. Sounds better in Japanese.
Say like this, where every hour is costing us human lives, we've got to get in and fight with whatever weapons we can find. Colonel, you did a great job in Havana. Nailed the guilt for Yellowjack right on old Mr. Mosquito himself.
Just a moment. It is the consensus of opinion of our Board of Inquiry that this mosquito theory is without foundation.
This is Senator Blank.
Thank you. I want it clearly understood by all that I forbid any repetition of that ghastly, inhuman, ghoulish work of human vivisection, such as was performed during that unspeakable Cuban episode.
That wasn't vivisection. The men volunteered heroically, gave their lives for the salvation of humanity.
Silence. I state once and for all, I shall charge any person involved in the use of human beings as guinea pigs for medical experiment with the crime of murder.
Aren't you the man who had Dr. Reed and the rest of us recalled from Havana?
I am. And there'll be more recalling done as soon as I establish contact with Washington. Come, Gloria.
Don't mind, Daddy. It's just his way. Besides, since we're all being locked in here together, there's no use being bad friends. I'll be expecting you all for lunch. Goodbye.
Well, now to business. Now, here's the canal, folks. 20 by 50 miles of steaming jungle. 3 medical groups, such as yours, are in the field already. Here, here, and here. You will be located in this area. Meanwhile, the Army will cover the entire zone with oil to kill the mosquito.
What, 20 by 50 miles? Jolly little job there.
Each time it rains, away goes all your oil.
Yes, but on goes more.
If you can keep down the mosquitoes, and we can hold the disease somewhere within bounds...
Get it? Both ends against the middle. Kill the carrier, confine the disease. Keep that up long enough, and Yellow Jack will disappear from the face of the earth. Obliterated. Done forever.
That's the plan exactly. Extermination of Yellowjack for all time.
By Jove!
For once, I'm ashamed that I'm single. How proud my grandchildren could be of someone who played just a tiny part in a victory like that.
How little and stupid. Seems everything else in the good is built.
My honorable ancestors looked down and saw happy. Thank you very much.
Ah, but we haven't done it yet.
You get your army in the field, keep down the mosquito, and by Jove, there's a jolly good chance.
You realize this is no safe job. Some of us may die.
Excuse me, please. There go charcoal. We eat first, have funeral sermon after. Thank you.
Oh, all right.
Wish I could go along. It's going to be terribly lonesome. I hate it here.
Better stay where you're well off. We're going to a very tough spot.
It used to be the worst fever district in the entire zone.
Glad I brought plenty of whiskey.
If we cannot make it safe for the men to work there, the canal cannot go through.
We'll never go through anyway. When I get to Washington and tell what I know, the thing will be dropped instantly.
Then I bless the quarantine that keeps you here.
Banzai. Everything's ready. This is Sergeant Burke, who will take charge of the military branch. One of you will have to assume technical leadership of your own division. Fontaine, will you take charge?
Medically, yes. But if it means papers and reports and red tape, no.
How about you, Murray? Just keep close records and sending daily reports.
I'll do it. I'm used to it.
Well, we may as well go.
This is your mule, Dr. Stern.
I've been told that your American mules will not go unless you swear at them. Can you tell me a very effective swear word?
Gosh, I can, but I can't.
Oh, I see. Alors, un faux pas ou un truc et tu es mort.
Gosh.
Right here, Doctor.
All right. Let's go.
Hello, Raindrop.
Oh, boy, what a job. As fast as we pour oil on the rain, runs it right off. And those skeeters, whew, they've eaten me alive. Now, I'm going to load up on this stuff right here. I should worry if those skeeters get the DTs.
Well, any luck? 100,000 million mosquitoes and not a sign of yellow fever anywhere. Healthiest place I ever saw.
The Lord has been merciful, but it has not always been so.
I myself saw hundreds die here.
I'm awfully tired. Maria, please fix me a bath.
Elena, prepare a bath for Dr. Stern.
Speak to you privately.
Privately? Oh, charming. And I was beginning to think you weren't human.
Unfortunately, I am.
You like me. And I thought you so severe, so businesslike, so...
Exactly.
So...
That's why I have to send you back, where you'll be of some use.
Have I been that unsatisfactory?
Oh, no. It isn't that I don't want you here. We all think you're wonderful. But the point is that there are things you can do at the base, while here...
I'm just a useless encumbrance. A nuisance. Someone that you want to get rid of.
Oh, no, really. It isn't that. There's no one in the world I'd rather have here than you. I think you're splendid. Wonderful. Of all the people I've ever known, you're the one person Sorry, old man. Do you mind letting us through to our baths? Sorry.
send me away.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
What kind of line is that? Right, Chris! Corporal, justify that line.
Come on, get in line.
I never tire of watching this.
Line justified, sir.
Rain or shine, every man on his toes, ready to salute the flag as she comes down. That's the spirit, what?
Good men. The colonel calls them his four-man army. We're lucky to have it.
Present! Sabers!
Your favorite dish, Father?
Chile sauce. My weakness.
Gracias, Maria, gracias.
You eat that fire under your tongue still live?
It takes many years to get used to it. But it is the secret of keeping healthy in hot countries.
Too high a price for health. I'll stick to whiskey.
Professor Fontaine.
Hello, Professor.
May I present Senator Blank and his daughter Gloria?
How do you do?
This is Father...
You must be hungry. Will you honor my poor table? Delighted. Gloria, please. Senator? You came through a storm, no?
Yes, indeed we did. Your daily report showed no fever in this district, so I forced the colonel to let us out of that death trap and come down.
Strange he should let anyone from an infected district into a healthy one.
I teased him into it. Father had a bad attack.
Bad? I'm that close to dying.
Oh, too bad.
So the colonel finally relented and let us come on my account. I feel perfectly safe with you.
I don't know about that. This might be the worst place of all if an epidemic ever gets started.
Oh, I'll risk that. In the meanwhile, we can have some pleasant times like we had at the base. I brought one of those miraculous and some books and some wine. And we can have all sorts of good times while serving out our time in quarantine.
Before the good times start, I suggest that all these bountiful gifts...
Step of precaution. They must be exposed to cyanide fumes for 12 hours.
And a very thorough antiseptic bath for you is very much in order.
Come, my dear. I'll help you. But I haven't had dinner.
Why? We'll dine together after your bath.
Must I?
I'm afraid so. We can't risk bringing in any germs. Dr. Stern will help you.
Just show me the bath. I'm capable of bathing myself.
Perhaps I feel better once I see you in the bath.
I take honorable senator to try the bath. Long soak in hot bichloride. Kill all the bugs from Panama.
They were first. Stewed tomatoes. Oh, I'm very fond of them.
No, Senator. Están muy picantes.
Oh, look here, I'm tired of being bossed by everybody. Colonel, down to the sentries. I'd just like to see a servant tell me what to do.
Stop it, can't you stop it?
No, must be all bugs.
But if it's this smell that kills them, they're dead already.
These chemicals will simply ruin my hair.
Sorry.
Just because you don't like me is no reason why you should go out of your way to torture me.
I don't dislike you. I want to keep you under observation.
You're afraid of me because Dr. Murray...
Maybe diverted?
Diverted from you is what you mean.
In our work, we must forget that we're men and women. If you're to remain here...
If indeed I am staying.
You have to stop being a little cat. We have jobs of importance. No time to waste on petty jealousies.
If I could only get out where I could do some work.
Oh, it's no good wishing that. We've appealed to the colonel, and his only word is to stay here and keep our white spot white.
When I came here, I thought I was going to do some work. If I had not gone on to Ecuador, where they have a lovely epidemic.
One strain of the fever mosquito. We keep breeding them under sterile conditions until we breed all the disease out of them.
What for?
To make absolutely sure just what they do or do not transmit. A lot of interesting work to be done in that direction. But we have to have something. These are the eggs of the tiger mosquito, the Aedes aegypti that carries the yellow fever. Watch that egg on the right. See it hatch? Those are the wigglers, second stage. They breathe through their tails. See, they have to come to the surface for air.
Oh, I've seen wigglers like that in systems back home.
Not like these you have. Your mosquitoes just bite. These commit murder. That strain of mosquito has killed more men than all the wars put together. Fortunately, a film of oil over the water makes a tough surface that makes it impossible for them to get to the air.
So that's why all those men were out spraying oil on the water.
Exactly. Now, there's another stage. That's where the pupae change into mosquitoes.
Oh, wonderful.
See those stripes on his legs? That's where he gets the name of tiger. Or she, rather. It's only the lady that bites. She flies in, feeds, repays you with death.
Murray! Murray! It's happened.
What?
Across the plaza, right under our very noses. One of the oil spreaders.
What, please? What happened? Thank you.
Yellow fever. You stay in this house behind screens, understand? Tell your father the same.
That's it. Sure as shooting.
Gums are beginning to bleed beautifully.
Burke. Sergeant Burke. Get that man to the screen house immediately. Call in every worker.
Come on, you fellas. Take this man out. Take him out. Come on.
That plague follows us like a curse. Why did I ever come to Panama?
Here's one.
Yep, that's it. Take him in, Burke. Yes.
No! No, 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 no! No!
Steady, man. It's for your own good.
Come along, you.
No! No! That's why they kill you! Don't let him get to the jungle.
Look, get that man.
Halt! 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 Mix, take these two men. Pick that fellow up and carry him to the screen house.
Right. Come on.
Hubert's just seen what happened when orders gets disobeyed. Anybody else tries it gets the same thing. Only next time I shoot to kill. Savvy?
The war is to surround the enemy and close in.
That is easy to say. But with only 4 men and ourselves.
You forget the army. Look. Yes, sir. This is our village. Completely surrounded by jungle. Thick, dense. Only a few trails.
That's right, sir.
Tell the colonel I want a circle of workmen thrown around here and cut down the jungle.
That'll take over 1,000 men.
What are 1,000 men in a battle? Tell the colonel I want the belt cut clean. Not a leaf, nor a blade of grass, not a puddle of water, nothing but bare ground covered with oil. And a night and day guard to see that no living creature, beast, insect, or human gets out of that area.
Gloria. Gloria. They've all gone for the day. The mules are ready.
Paso más illuminato. Come on, none of that.
Excuse me.
I sit down.
Can't you? Oh. Well, that brings the line down to here. The peak 8 days ago was here. At this rate of decline, we shall have no more new cases in 3 days.
As soon as we discharge this jolly crew, the entire district will be immune.
Any new death?
No. We're holding our own. Of course, catching it at the first sign of fever has kept our death system way down.
If I weren't sure otherwise, I'd swear I was back in Africa. Tom-toms.
Trouble.
Over the head. Fire! Excuse me. What happened?
I don't know. I'll see. What's up?
Same old thing. Natives wanted to spring their friends out of what they think is a death trap.
If these patients get out of here now, it'll be just too bad.
You telling me? Listen, Doc, I've been through all this before. Well, that. Handle that. Right.
What's the matter with you? Are you ashamed of yourself? You dumbass. A big broad laddie like you stampeding like a wee baby.
Somebody's coming. Keep him covered. Why? It's Father Gonzalez.
You are a good son of the church, Sergeant Burke.
Sure, and haven't I been to Mass every Sunday since I come here?
Then you must not fire on my people.
Would you let loose the plague out on the world? Would you now, Father?
We must use reason, not force. Pedro, here.
All right, Nick. Let him through.
These people are like little children. They believe only what they see. This man, he says your little Japanese gentleman is a devil who performs black magic. They demand that I shall destroy the power of your Mr. Nogi, or they will refuse to believe any longer in the supreme power of the church. If this is not done, they say they will kill us all, including me.
Well, Nogi, ready to give up your life for General Yellowjack?
Excuse me. Prefer not, thank you.
Put down your guns. We must use reason, not force. Mr. Nogi, you must come out here and let me whip you to show these simple children that my magic is stronger than yours.
Now, Nogi, off with the old shirt. Come on. My hat. Science, what?
It is not funny. In Africa, we lost a whole mission. No one with the brains of that priest to show us a way to satisfy the superstitions of those savages.
I yell, thank you.
Rather. Louder the better.
Shut up. If they think it is a joke, we are in for it.
Well, goodbye, old chap. Have a good cry. jolly convincing, though.
Go away.
Oh, not a hurt, not a scratch.
Please go away. Please.
Get out. Get out, both of you.
Incense. What of it?
Notice of the Japanese nobility. He's praying to his ancestors, asking their forgiveness for dishonoring their noble blood. For him to submit to a whipping at the hands of a foreigner, 1,000 times worse than death in his code. But he did it to save us.
I could kick myself for laughing at the poor little beggar. What a rotten and sporty thing to do.
There is no sacrifice that science will not demand of her servants.
Doesn't it make you feel proud to see all this?
Well, I'm not exactly crying about it.
I'm terribly sorry I was so mean and disagreeable, Doctor.
Nobody understands a thing like this unless he's been through it. But when I get back to the States, I'll see that everybody hears about it.
Out.
I don't think I care to play anymore today.
Yes, it is a bit disagreeable, isn't it? The weather, I mean. Hello, look what's coming.
My people wish to show you that they are grateful. It will make them so happy if you will accept their gifts.
We shall be very happy.
Cousin Pedro.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was young, I inoculated myself with yellow fever, deliberately, so that when I was at work in jungles, I would not have to stop for sickness. After a dozen years of exposure, I wrote my book to prove that you can't have yellow fever twice. And now, look at me, Mario fellow. Just rest. Within a few minutes, I begin with a very long rest. I talk while I can.
Nonsense, you fool through.
Never try to fool a doctor with his own tricks. I know. Sir. That gives me a few minutes more. So much to learn. So little time to live. All my lifetime I searched for someone to experiment with who had this fever twice. And when I find him, he is myself. Dying. The only one in all the world I can study and observe and learn the secret from. Ah, Fate, you played a cruel joke this time. Very. I have my question on to you. Where does the disease live in the long years between the attacks of its birth? It does not die. It lives, nourished in some living body. It does not yet act. That body, a carrier of death, who does not even know. An innocent murderer of countless millions, nursing the seeds of death until the time be ripe for them to fear. Au revoir.
Profundis clamavi a te, Domini, Domini salvos mea. Iant aures tue indententis, in vosem deprecationis meae, si iniquitatis observaveris Domini, Domini vies sustinebit. Ia apud te propitiatio est, et propter legem tuam sustinuit te, Domini.
Doggy, prepare for our top.
Eravit animam mea in quantum.
Least we can do for the old professor is the burial with full military honors.
fresh outbreak originated among us. Dr. Fontaine did not leave the house after the mosquitoes were released. One of us is a carrier. And that means that none of us can leave this until it's been proven by exhaustive experiment just who the carrier is.
Righto. So let's get on with it.
First, we'll get a sterile area, and then dinner is served for the mosquitoes. There.
They don't seem to be hungry. There they go. That's better.
The fundamental law of all nations forbids that any man shall be forced to risk life or limb in any undertaking. I stand upon that right.
I'm the leader of this work, and I demand your compliance.
You can't force any man to become a human guinea pig.
You needn't bother to bully me.
All right.
Yes. But when these little chaps are finished, I think I'll go and dash myself up against a whiskey.
Don't worry about us, Doctor. We're not afraid. Hasta brazo.
Dr. Nogi, will you take care of it first? There's nothing to be afraid of, Father. These mosquitoes are absolutely harmless. In fact, our hope is that the infected person will sicken the mosquito.
You scientists are so childishly innocent. How could I be afraid? Even if they were loaded with poison, could they hurt me unless God willed it so?
What time is it, Nogi?
7 minutes after 4 a.m.
Well, I know it's a.m. Well, about time those mosquitoes were showing symptoms if they're going to.
Honorable Senator Skeeter, still chipper. Want more food? Honorable Dr. Travis Skeeter, she plenty lively. Want to get out and play. Oh, 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 oh.
Who's this it? Wouldn't it have to be? Innocent carrier.
Miss Gloria.
Yes.
So much too bad.
The picture of radiant health beyond suspicion.
Yeah, clever fellow.
Particularly clever to choose such a disguise.
Now we know. She shall not escape, no?
We're scientists. Ready for the next step?
What do you do?
Complete the cycle, of course. I have to prove that the bite of this mosquito can transmit yellow fever to an immune person like myself.
I'm also immune. Had the yellow jack also bad 3 years ago. Excuse, please. I take.
Oh, thanks, Nogi. But if I'm the leader, I've got to go first.
Excuse, please. No. Who am I? Only a Japanese assistant. But I mean, nothing. What do you mean? You. More big discoveries. Let me die. Japanese gentlemen die easy because sad. Because want to make enemy ashamed. Because insult. Dying means nothing. Oh, please let me die. It will make my honorable ancestors so happy. Oh, oh.
Go away, Trev. Sorry, old man, but I must see you. It's not a very door now. If you don't open up, I will. Will you please go away? Not a chance. Now, here, old man. You've been hiding away from us for 2 days, and I'm sure I'm going to see for myself what's up. you know you've jeopardized your chances by letting it run like this? Now, come on. No. I've got to think. Thought enough. It's up to me to do the thinking now. 5 minutes won't make much difference one way or the other. Give me 5 minutes, only 5.
How's Gloria?
Chipper as a lark. But old Yellowbelly, I beg his pardon, your brave senator has applied to the colonel himself to get him out of your clutches. There's an escort coming from the base to take them away tonight.
They can't go. They mustn't leave this place.
Now, no excitement, please. That girl must not leave this place. Now, Kamari, you cannot go dashing around like this in this confusion. Really. Murray, old man, stop. You can't go dashing about like this. Easy, old man. Look at me. See what you've done. Dr. Fontaine. To the men in that graveyard. Dr. Stern, prepare a bed, please. What for? I'll die or I'll get well, and that's an end. But if she leaves this place, she'll go on spreading death as long as she lives.
Yes, we know. It will all be taken care of. Just come with us.
Nogi! Nogi! Where are you?
You go to bed, quick! Get that man away. He'll infect us all.
Our daughter is the one to fear. There's no mistake about it. There's the carrier. Herself healthy, unaffected, but loaded with death.
Excuse please. She right. I saw. But what can do? Oh, too bad.
Yes, what can you do with her? How can you treat a healthy person? Shall we lock her up in quarantine for the rest of her life? Or shall we kill her to determine what magic element exists in her blood that harbors death without harm?
The man's a maniac.
I never was more sane. What can you do with her? Can she be turned loose to spread death wherever she goes? Can we let her continue her course of destruction? Answer me, you brilliant minds. What can we do with this hostess of death?
There's the escort. And the colonel's with them. Now it's my turn. We'll see how far you murdering scientists get with your playing with life and death.
Oh, stop it! Elgie, open the laboratory. What are you going to do? I'm going to kill death.
You must open that door!
He's murdering my daughter!
He's insane! He has yellow fever! Please don't hurt him!
Break down that door. Get in there at once! There's no telling what he may... Come on now! Shoot her then! Open up! There it is! She's coming!
What's the meaning of this?
Miss Gloria has been implanted with tissues from the dead professor. 10,000 times more powerful than any natural infection. That the disease she carries may destroy itself with its own venom.
Deliberate infection. That's murder.
One life against 1,000,000.
Take him away.
Past the crisis.
Excuse me. So happy.
Gloria.
Here I am.
She's all right now, but we had to fight like fury to pull her through.
It was only because we started treating her instantly that we could save her.
When was this? It was only yesterday that the experiment was tried.
You've been unconscious for 3 weeks, old man. And if it hadn't been for Dr. Stern's courage, we should have lost you.
Such a brave lady. Put the blood from her own veins into your body to keep you alive.
You were as good as dead anyway, so I thought transfusion might be worth a try. If all your children turn out to be old maids, you'll know where to place the blame.
I'm terribly grateful to you. I can't tell you how much.
You can trust me to make it right.
She's really cured.
Oh, yes. I tried other mosquitoes on me. She no longer carrier. Disease all burnt out.
You've made history. Nothing can stop the men from completing the canal now.
Dr. Murray, you must give us an opportunity to show our gratitude.
In that case, please leave my patient alone so that he may rest. Out, all of you.
Quite right, Dr. Stern. Come along, sir.
So you gave me transfusions. That makes a sort of blood relative.
I wouldn't joke about it. You were so close to death, even Dr. Travis gave you up. And you know the English are the last to quit in any fight.
The last. Except you.
You must sleep now. You must sleep.
Thanks for giving me back my life. Dr. Stern, you're an angel. An angel in white. Dr. Stern, what's your first name?
Doctor.
A good job, well done. Makes a fella feel useful. Satisfactory sort of feeling, eh?
What chances we took.
What chances you took.
Guess what?
What? Ah. Cablegram, sparkling eyes, news from home. You're going home. Your boyfriend still loves you, and there's going to be a big wedding. Elementary, my dear Francis.
Oh, no. That's all off. This is important. Look.
Your recommendation, Murray, for seat of tropical medicine in our institution accepted. Stop. Thanks for generous contribution.
I say.
Oh, Daddy fixed it. You're coming with us. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't what wonderful?
Nogi.
Yes.
Pack your things, Doctor. You're going to Washington with Murray.
Isn't it splendid? You'll have a laboratory and a big staff and all the money you need and a life income.
And spend the rest of your days with a microscope and test tube, checking the work done by men in the fields. It's not the money we need, but the rare combination of brains and courage that it takes to meet the enemy in its own stronghold and kill it in single combat.
Excuse me. Banzai!
Banzai is right. I sure put it over for you, Murray. They can't say I'm of no use in the world now.
Senator's been telling me about that appointment of yours, Murray. You're a lucky man.
Thanks.
Lucky in more ways than one. Am I right, Senator?
You know how it is with these young people.
Well, good luck.
Together, too. So long, Murray.
See that boat? Quarantine flag? That boat came to beg for doctors. Practice get loose in Ecuador. People dying worse than here.
The Black Death. That's another thing that wants licking.
Oh, yes. I think so.
There goes Travis. Miss... Doctor.
Oh, yes. They go. They try.
The Black Death.
Dr. Murray! Murray! Where are you going?
Ecuador.